Catching up with Cody. We're riding high and flying free. Sports and life as you can see. Just you and me on this journey.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Catching Up with Cody podcast. I'm your host, as always, Cody. I just want to start off by saying happy holidays to everybody. When I'm recording this episode, it is a couple days after Christmas. It's the 28th. Hopefully, Christmas went well for everybody. Busy time of the year for a lot of people. I know me for sure. I've had a couple days off of work, but it's just been running around. We had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. One side of the family was Jamie's, the other side was mine. And then we had Jamie's mom's birthday on the 26th. And then 27th, we had my immediate family Christmas. So today really is the first day of just relaxing and just not doing too much. We went to the coffee shop this morning that my brother works at, so that was fun. Got to hang out with a couple of the aunts and uncles and cousins, so that was a good time. And then now just working on some podcast stuff, and like I said, just kind of relaxing. And I have Monday and Tuesday off, so that'll be nice to still relax and everything. And then we'll have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We'll get into that later in the podcast. But yeah, just want to go over a couple different things that I've been, just thinking about. I really focused on this podcast with an outline and everything. Usually it's just right off the brain of kind of talking, which is good sometimes. But I think this one is going to probably be one of the better ones that I've done, because I'll kind of know what I want to say and how I want to say it as I go through the podcast. So that'll be kind of cool. Hopefully everybody had a fun Christmas. Let's kind of start with that. So Christmas Eve was at Jamie's family's house. We did a couple different things. We did a white elephant gift exchange type deal. I'm not a huge fan of those, just because some of the, sometimes it's just whatever people don't like, just wrap it up and put it in a gift. I'm like, okay. This one was a $10 maximum gift, which was kind of cool. I ended up buying for the gift exchange a toiletry bag, and I also bought a Diet Coke neon sign. Both kind of cool things. Just stuff that I know people will use, but also I didn't want to go too crazy on anything. So that was kind of cool. I ended up getting a apron, which was cool. Everybody's like, switch gifts. And I'm like, it's fine. It's a funny gift. I enjoyed it. I actually wore it the whole night. So everybody was laughing about that. So that was fun. We had some pizza, and we get matching pajamas every year. So that was cool. We got matching pajamas this year. It's kind of like a tradition in their family to do. So definitely enjoyed wearing those and hanging out with those. And yeah, just kind of hung out with the family, the cousins and everybody. So we were there for a little bit, and then after that we actually went to her parents' house to do the gift exchanges with me, Jamie, her sister, brother-in-law, and her parents. I actually got some really cool gifts on that. I definitely got some podcast stuff. Actually the on-air sign over here, which I should probably turn on. All right, well, you can't really see it, but it's this neon light here. Got that for Christmas, which was really cool. I got a Ask Me About My Podcast t-shirt. So that was kind of cool. I'm going to wear that in one of the episodes. It was actually my Christmas Eve TikTok video, so that was kind of fun. Some other things I got, we got a couple things, me and Jamie together. She got a KitchenAid mixer, which she wanted, so she was happy about that. My favorite one of all is her parents actually got me and Jamie Red Wings tickets, row 2. 2 days before my birthday, so that was a cool Christmas birthday gift. I haven't been to a Red Wings game in a while, and usually, we said kind of lower bowl, upper lower bowl type deal. So, but these will be really cool. Row 2, I've never been that close for a Red Wings game, so I'm excited for that. So that was really nice of them. And yeah, so we just kind of hung out there for a little bit and played some card games, and then got ready for Christmas and Christmas Eve. That was a couple days before that we did the exchanging and everything. So then Christmas Eve we went to her aunt's house, and that's where we did the white elephant exchange. So that was fun. Had some awesome food. We made buffalo chicken dip. So if you haven't had that before, you guys need to make it. Jamie makes some awesome buffalo chicken dip. I pretty much ate like most of it by myself, which was not good, but that was definitely the highlight of the food. So, and then Christmas Day we had some football. Not so good for the Lions. We'll get into that in a minute, but we had Christmas Day at my cousin's house. We had some different casseroles and everything like that. So that was some good food. Hung out, played some poker, and just kind of enjoyed the family and everything. Like I said, we watched some football. Unfortunately, the Lions are eliminated from playoff contention. I don't want to say I kind of saw that coming, because it was crazy. I mean, some of the games that we played, I was like, damn, all right, we can look like a playoff team here. And then, obviously, the first game of the season, we did not look good against Green Bay, and we really didn't look good against a lot of teams. Currently, when I'm talking about this, we are 8-8. And like I said, we missed the playoffs. My prediction before the season was 9-8, and a lot of my people that I talk to, a lot of coworkers, friends, are like, I don't know. I think you're crazy for thinking 9-8, and here we are, potentially going 9-8. Chicago is last. They're just dominating the league right now, especially the NFC North, which kind of sucks. I mean, not only did we lose both coordinators, we missed the playoffs, we don't look good at all. Ben Johnson is leading the NFC North. It just, everything that could have happened did happen. So hopefully they can go into this offseason and really just work on everything. I mean, injuries, drafting. There should have been some trades that we should have done at the trade deadline. I'm just going to say it. I think we need to start looking for a new quarterback. I think Jared Goff's time is starting to fade in Detroit. I've said it a couple times. There had to be a reason that the Rams were getting rid of Jared Goff. I think they knew that this potentially was coming, or they already knew it was coming, and Detroit kind of was like, let's see what we can do. First couple years, I mean, obviously we didn't look good for a year or two when he got here, but there's sometimes that he looks good, and then there's other times that I'm like, dude, how are you a quarterback in the NFL? So, I mean, I also said that our window was like a 2-3 year window once Dan Campbell got here, and we're on year number 4. And he won a couple playoff games, but there's really, I mean, we blew it in the NFC Championship a couple years ago. Last year we had the first round bye and blew it against a rookie quarterback. So it's just, I mean, the problem is internally within the team. It's really nothing external issues. I mean, injuries, but everybody's going to have injuries. So, a lot of people are like, well, we were injured again. At some point in time, the injury excuse has to not be used, because everybody has injuries. I mean, every team has them. It's not like, oh, just the Lions are the only team that can get injured. Yeah, we've had more injuries than any other team, but that also looks internally again. I mean, you got to look at your strength and conditioning coach. You got to look at how practice goes. You got to look at some of the players. I mean, a lot of these players have had reoccurring injuries, so you have to look at that. Like, this team is we're well put together. We have the people, we have the players, we have the personnel, we have everything. Some of it, it's like they play as a family, which is awesome, but I think that also gets in the way of trades and cuts and off-season moves. I think that gets in the way, which is not good. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully they can just kind of sit down and look for the future. And Dan Campbell said there's a lot they got to look at. There's a lot they got to talk about. So hopefully we can continue the upward trend. It feels like right now we're just plateauing, but we'll have to see what happens. So I'm rooting for them as always. I am a Lions fan, obviously. It's just very disappointing season, and maybe this will just be a little wake up call. Like, hey, maybe there is some changes we got to make. So hopefully we can do something there. All right, and like I said, with the holidays happening, this is actually the first time that I have a couple days off during the holiday season. Normally I'm working Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas or New Year's Eve, stuff like that. Actually, my work gave us the week off, which is super cool. Never had that before, so very awesome and grateful for that. So I've been off since the 23rd, and I go back on the 2nd. Which is even cooler because we go back for one day and then we have the weekend off. So even better. So like I said, definitely grateful for that. Definitely helps with that work-life balance. Been trying to get stuff done around the house, whether it be cleaning up. We did that a little bit. Just kind of, like I said, getting some podcast stuff done. I've been trying to get some videos out there on TikTok and working out as well. I've been trying to do that. I got a little bit of workout stuff behind me. I just bought a over-the-door resistant bands that I can use. So kind of getting everything together in this podcast / home workout gym here. It makes it easier than having to go to the gym. But the problem is I really need to do it. Like I need to just walk the 5 feet into the other room in this room and work on the stuff. So that's definitely going to be a goal going into 2026. I know I say it every year that's my goal, and then I do it for like a month, and then I fall off. But I need to definitely keep doing it this year. Once I do it, I love it. I mean, working out, running, and not running, but like jogging and stuff like that. But like just being active. Once I do it, it's fine. But yeah, definitely excited for that. With New Year's, like I'm talking about. New Year's Eve, my brother and buddy are throwing a party. They do this twice a year. They do one for New Year's and then one in the summer. Awesome parties, great time. Usually like 80 plus people, I think, are coming to this party. We've definitely had more than that, but it's a fun time regardless. So the theme this year is New York. So I got a New York outfit, got my New York hat that Jamie bought me. I'm going to wear a jersey and then probably just like some jeans or whatever. Just kind of like a New York walk around type deal. So definitely excited for that. It's always a good time. Food, alcohol, the whole 9 yards. And then obviously the ball drop. So definitely excited for that. Again, I mean, I know I've said this a couple times on the podcast, but like I feel like life has been flying by since at least 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. I don't need to get into any of that. But, like, I honestly feel like since 2020, like, this year, these years are just flying. I mean, it's 2026, literally in 4 days, 2026. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. Hopefully this is a good year. I will be. I just need to manifest that. We got my buddy's wedding, my wedding, and Jamie's wedding. So those are two good things. Hopefully finding a house this year. And, hopefully good things to come. Health, podcast, everything like that. I mean, the progress I've seen in the first year that I did it, crazy. So I can only imagine that once I really put my foot on the gas and focus on this podcast and my weight, it'll be awesome. I'm hoping for good times all around, which will happen for sure. So that kind of goes into my segment for the goals of 2026. Like I said, definitely my health. I just need 20 pounds to lose, and then I'll be happy with where I'm at there. Like I said, the podcast for sure. I just need to be consistent and motivated. A lot of times I'm just, like I said, there's times that I just need to get up, come in here, work out, even 20 minutes, half hour. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just enough to get the body moving and everything. Especially can't really go outside with it being crappy weather. Like today, it rained. I believe it's supposed to be snowing later on today. So just crappy weather, which usually comes with winter. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I built practically a home gym here. So yeah, I mean, it's not your $10,000 home gym, but it's enough to keep me active, keep the body moving, and just to be able to stay in shape. So I really think that this year will be my year. I think everything is working out in my favor, hopefully going into this new year. So definitely excited for that. And can't wait to see what 2026 has in store, not only for, me, but I mean, the world around us. I mean, it's, like I said, it's a crazy world that we're living in. And since 2020, it's just been years just flying by. So hopefully this year just kind of slows down since we have a lot of stuff going on, but I have a feeling it'll be just like every other year, and that's all right. It's you got to make it your year, and you got to make it a fun one. Last here, kind of want to throw in a little mental health real talk moment. With life flying by, I'll be 29 at the end of January. And just, I'm going to say getting old. I know I'm not old to some people, but 29 is, I got 1 year left of the 20s. But just like, and with it being the holidays, everybody has anxiety and depression at this time of year, or all year long, which I definitely have it all year long. But it's okay to not be okay. I know that that's a thing that everybody says. But I mean, there's people out there to talk to, whether you want to talk to a professional or you want to talk to a friend or family. This is kind of what I'm doing the podcast though for too. It's kind of a therapy for me to, talk about some things, just kind of like enjoy something. Like, this is the hobby that I enjoy, and it kind of, there is stressful times, obviously, trying to figure out what I want to talk in the podcast, trying to make good videos, trying to make good content. But it's also a place where I can just be myself, and just be stress-free for a half hour or an hour of an episode. So definitely want to encourage people, if you're struggling at all, to reach out. Like I said, I'm more than willing to listen. If you want somebody to talk to and talk back, kind of have a conversation, or just a ear to listen to. Like I said, especially during the holiday season, it's tough for a lot of people. I know a lot of people that struggle during the holidays, outside the holidays. Like I said, I'm one of those people. I think it's just because the holidays go by so fast that, like, you're excited about it, and then as fast as it, the holiday comes, it's gone. So, and spending that time with your family and friends and everything like that. But yeah, definitely, hopefully everybody is doing good out there, and realizes the support that's out there. Like I said, both professionally or just within your circle or outside of your circle. Like I said, I have struggled with anxiety probably since I was a kid. Separation anxiety, overthinking, everything like that. The overthinking is more of what's going on now, not so much separation anxiety. That's not as bad as it used to be when I was a kid. But yeah, and just slow down, just do the things that make you happy and do the things you enjoy. Like I said, this I'm doing as a hobby, and it definitely helps mentally, and everything like that. I mean, even physically, like I can, when I tell everybody I'm going to work out and stuff, that's me keeping myself accountable, and just watching it back and everything like that. It's funny, even just watching some of the videos, I'm like, I look like I lost weight there, or I look like I gained weight there, or wow, from episode 1 to this, current episode, I'm more comfortable. I need to say less of, the ums. I need to change this a little bit. This needs to be changed. I like that. I'm more confident here. So definitely seeing improvement, whether it be growing the followers and stuff on the channel, or watching old videos, like I said, and seeing where I started from now, just as a hobby, and to see where it goes. So I will continue to, do it as a hobby. And like I said, really focus on the channel and get more content out there for everybody. So, like I said, everybody be safe during this holiday season, with New Year's coming up. I think when I post this video, it'll be after the New Year. It'll be going into the New Year. So Happy New Year to everybody. Like I said, be safe. Don't do anything dumb. Ask somebody for a ride home. Take an Uber. I know there's plenty of other things out there that people are doing to make sure everybody gets home safe. And be fun, but have fun, but be responsible at the same time. So, this is the 1 year too that I get nervous being on the road because we usually leave the party afterwards. Me and Jamie don't drink, but just be smart. You don't want to be having a already behind here going into the new year by doing something dumb like that. So be safe, have fun, enjoy, whether you're staying home, going to a party, going out. But yeah, just be safe, smart, responsible, and thank you guys for everything. It's been a great year of a podcast. I didn't think a year later I'd still be doing this. I know it's, a year doesn't sound like a lot, but it's crazy. Like I said, it flew by. But all the support I've been getting, online, in person, even just today, my uncle asked me how the podcast is going. People at Christmas were asking me how it's going. So that's the reason why I continue to do it. And it definitely helps me mentally. So like I said, nobody's alone in any of the fights that go on, inside their mind. I know some days people feel like, it's you and nobody else in the world, but you're not a burden to anybody. And, it might be bad now, but it's going to get better in the future. Just keep your head up, smile, and, never give up, because there's people out there that enjoy your presence. And yeah, so like I said, be smart, have fun, be responsible, know your worth. And thank you guys for catching up with Cody. Peace.